Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I've got the Deebot T30S combo family. This is the latest and greatest in vacuum technology that's robotic. Not only does the robot vacuum and mop, but it also has a handheld vacuum for smaller messes you want to do by yourself. I have this guest room. This room gets a whole lot of use. You got me using it, all my friends using it, and even the cat uses it. The cat loves to hang out on this room on that bed. In fact, this is my getaway place where I like to hang out on that bed with the cat. The cat takes naps. I always need a nap. Can't seem to get them. And I also provide a whole lot of stuff for my guests. You know, like little kids. They like to have graham crackers in the middle of the night. Well, they don't really stay in their mouth. A lot of munching goes along, and then the crumbs hit the deck. And if I have guests here, they might want to wake up really early in the morning and make their coffee. And I don't know what it is, but sometimes the coffee doesn't stay on the filter. And although this is the aim, the bowling alley can get all the way down the street. And of course, they're going to want a little more sugar than what they would put in their cup. It's just the way it is. Having lots of friends around and a big family, there's a lot of fun to be had. Well, you might think, by looking at this mess, I'm really good at bowling, but I'm really not. I'm just really good at making a mess. Because even if I huff and puff and blow, I'm ineffective at cleaning. And as fun as it is making that mess, it's even more fun just to press a button to have my Ecovacs Deebot clean it up for me. It's go time. Ecovacs is a leader of vacuum technology, and this Ecovacs T30S Omni Combo is the next evolution of robot vacuum technology. This has 11,000 PA suction power, so I'm confident that that big mess is going to be cleaned up efficiently and quickly with my Deebot T30S Omni. If you're not a techie, you might not know what PA means. In terms of vacuum technology, this is what it means. The Pascal, a PA, is the unit of pressure that they use in vacuum technology, and 1 Pascal is equivalent to 1 Newton of force applied over an area of 1 square meter. 1 PA would pick up only the lightest particle of dust. A couple of years ago, when robot vacuuming technology came out, 2,000 PA was accepted as very good. Well, Ecovacs kept going, and this is the year 2024. So what you are seeing with this new Deebot T30S Omni is 11,000 PAs of suction power. And this huge mess shows you how fast that suction power underneath that disc is sucking all of those heavy things up. Sugar's heavy, coffee's heavy, graham crackers, all of that, and the volume of that mess. The Ecovacs has many modes to set on cleaning. This mode I used is vacuum only. I knew my mess was a dry mess. And check it as it goes under this little nightstand I have. The Deebot's low profile is about 3 inches, and it got under my nightstand and kept cleaning and cleaning. I loved it. It was going at all that dirt and maybe a dead bug. You never know what's under there. And the Deebot T30S is also known for its great edge technology to clean edges. That little brush is whisking everything around to throw it underneath it to suck it up, because messes can be really big messes. That's life. And there's no need to get upset or worry about it anymore, because you don't have to be on your hands and knees sweeping and getting that stuff up. With a Deebot T30S Omni, it's doing it for you. Then it's going to go back in to its home base, and listen to this. There's a sound of all of that going into the dustbin, so you don't have to empty the dustbin. I wanted to empty out all of that because now I have the cat mess to deal with and other messes in that room. Getting a cat from underneath the bed is not always easy. Meow meow. Come here, meow meow. Isn't that just like a cat? Meow meow knows I want her out of the bed so I can vacuum underneath it. But no, Mama wants to be under the bed. Maybe the cat feels guilty. The cat made a mess under the bed. That's a big mess. And maybe the cat doesn't care about the mess under the bed, but I sure do. Well, I tried to warn the cat it was time to clean under the bed. The cat didn't care. So Ecovacs Deebot TS30 Omni is just going to come in and do its job whether the cat is there or not. I mean, really, that's just enough. The cat can take a nap later somewhere else. Right now, it's time to clean. The Ecovacs has to make a new map from under the bed. The cat now becomes an inanimate object in the way of the Ecovacs. Well, eventually the cat just says, I'm just done, and leaves. But I thought it was brilliant that the Ecovacs can figure out what's underneath that bed and to go around it, just in case you stored something. I store stuff underneath my bed. And look at it, goes around the pegs of the bed so well. Look at that edge technology. It is getting everything from under the bed. There is no way I want to ever clean under a bed again now that there's this kind of advanced robot technology to vacuum. Cleaning under a bed used to happen to me maybe once a year. Hanging out with my cat, just relaxing. Kitties are great therapy. Kitties like to take cat naps, which is a really good thing for me to try to learn. That cat gives me a lot of love, and sometimes it leaves a little bit of that love behind. Well, this is a job for my Ecovacs T30S combo. I need the handheld vacuum for this mess. The most powerful attachment is the rotor brush attachment. This is at a suction power of 17,000 with a rotating head, and inside this vacuum it is hooked up electronically to give it that motion of the brush going around and round and round while it's sucking up at that 17,000 PA suction power with that vacuum technology of a handheld vacuum. I got the Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni combo, and the combo's one with a handheld vacuum. It's only a bit more expensive, but I find I wanted the latest in all technologies of vacuum technology in my house because of the pets. And that hair is often in higher places, not just on your floor. So for me, being able to clean up pet hair quickly and easily, all from my same vacuum station that was top of the line, really made sense for me. That was 20 seconds. Oh, wait, we're not done. Because apparently I need cleanup on aisle 9 too. Hand with the brush. Well, I did intentionally wear black today because I knew black would show up all those white hairs of my cat. Well, my cat's black and white, so you don't see the black hairs, but the white hairs really stick to me, like every pet. And I don't want to be worried about what I'm wearing to not love my pet. Petting my pet for 3 minutes can make a big mess on my clothes. Well, it only took a few seconds to clean up that mess. The flat brush was just the thing to use on me and on my bedspread for the last bits, even on my arms. I barely hugged the cat, but somehow the cat's hair found its way onto me. Black is so unforgiving with pet hair, isn't it? The fact that there was no hair tangled on the brush is because of their zero tangle, anti-tangle technology. Here we have the brush rolling, 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 fast, fast, fast. You can see how fast that's going. That brush was made into a V shape, and with all those teeth you saw inside, the specific shape of that brush, as it's hitting all those teeth, cuts up hairs. I am putting clumps of blonde hair in this. You would think that would wind around and get stuck, but no. That innovative V-shaped spiral roller with the anti-static bristles inside prevents the hair from getting entangled. Technically, there is a dual comb structure that brings that hair to contact with the blades underneath of the roller brush. At the same time, the high suction fan is sucking up that hair as it's being cut. So it doesn't keep going around, it gets sucked in to the vacuum. Look at the brush. The brush is amazing. It's clean. None of all that long hair is around it. Now, that's never been seen before in any robot vacuum technology ever. And let me prove to you, see, all those hairs are all chopped up and they're in that dustbin, all cut up, ready to get sucked in to that dust bag. And let me show you where the Ecovacs Deebot T30S sucked up all that stuff. It's right in here. It's in this bag. The dustbin comes with a cardboard pull so you can close it so you never have to breathe the dust. And these bags are replaceable. But just for demonstration purposes, I want you to know all of that stuff, it got out. There's a lot of weight because I sure threw a whole bunch of mess out. on my floor. And that kitty cat, but look at it, sucked up those dust bunnies into this bag. They didn't clog it up or anything. It's all in. Oh my gosh. Well, that's most of it. And I'm gonna stop emptying it. That's just enough to prove the point. Now check this out. I'm gonna put the bag in. With the cardboard compartment open, it just slides right in. So in it goes. Now let's pull this out. I'm gonna put it upside down. Yuki's gonna talk to you a little bit. It's not liking to be upside down, like a turtle. A turtle just doesn't like to be on its back. But I wanna take this out and prove something to you. This is a roller. Now look at this. The roller has no hair caught on it. And that's because of all these teeth that went around all that hair and got it out and then sucked it all up into the vacuum. This is revolutionary because that way you don't have to spend a lot of time with the turtle on its back telling you to put it upside right and fooling with cleaning your roller. Who's got time for that? And you don't even know it's happened because the thing has been looking pretty the whole time. You have no idea how much hair could have been stuck in that. This is an amazing feature. I've only seen it in Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni. Okay, Deebot, back you go. Right side up. Go back home and charge.
Return to station.
What a very smart vacuum. This is really amazing and is revolutionizing cleaning to make it easier for you. I love this. Well, now let's see the Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni with a wet mess. And my guests at their hospitality center will make their coffee, and the aim is the cup. But that's just not how it always goes. They're supposed to aim, shoot, and fire, but it doesn't always happen that way. And that's where the Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni comes in handy, because I really don't want to come in and have to clean up after them. That mess is getting bigger by the minute. I'm going to leave the scene. And way away from that mess, I'm going to start cleaning. The Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni has really terrific edge mopping with those cleaning pads. They're called True Edge Adaptive Edge Mopping. They extend outside of the robot disc. You can see them clearly at their job cleaning, and it gives very efficient cleaning with a 1mm edge accuracy. And what that means is it's at 98% improved coverage, which is getting more of your floor because of the way those mopping pads are extended. The Deebot T30S Omni knows where to go to clean. It's already done the mapping for you. And when it's working, that Deebot's robotic arm will expand outward, giving you full coverage across the entire surface of where it's going over. The Deebot T30S Omni is so smart, it would go back to the machine if it got dirty pads and had to regroup and get some water and clean up the old pads. But this mess, it didn't need to. It did it in one pass. That's powerful. Well, this was just coffee. But there's also the bathroom wet messes. Now the green ones, I really don't have much of a problem with. It's the yellow mellows I don't want to clean. Now wouldn't you agree? Who wants to clean up the bathroom wet messes? It's getting that with those pads, and those pads are getting into the crevices. Check that out. See how tightly they are against the wall of my bathroom? I don't have to go in afterwards and do any cleanup after my Deebot. My Deebot's doing it first time, every time. And that is that True Edge Adaptive Edge Mopping. This stone is a natural stone floor. The mopping capability is for any hard surface. I have many different types in my house, and this stone floor is a bit porous, but the scrubbing pads of the mop has force going down to get out those stains that are happening with the natural flows of what happens on bathroom floors. And around the toilet, those are the most disgusting edges of any household. It is one and done. Although the water that comes out of my Deebot T30S Omni station went in cold when it comes out of the machine and gets onto the mopping pads, it starts out at 70 degrees centigrade or 158 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hot water that's going to get that mess as it makes contact with my floor. The way those pads poke out when it's cleaning means it's going to go beyond the disc to get to the corners, to get to those edges and mop them. And there we have a truly clean bathroom floor. With the glistening, I can see the light shining. And now, back to home base it goes to clean the mopping pads. And it cleans it not only with water, but hot, heated air to disinfect them and dry them completely. It'll take about 10 minutes to completely dry those pads with the hot air. It forces underneath it like a hairdryer. And after your challenging mop-ups, you're going to want to clean the tank. The tank is so easy to pop out. It says dirty water on the top. Now this is what mine looks like. It's got all that mess in it. That water is dirty, so I poured it down my sink. It's as simple as that. I had just mopped with clean water, no detergent, but you could have added detergent if you wanted to. Then you might want to give your dirty tank a little rinse. That's always a good idea. You don't want any of those germs staying in your dirty water tank. You want it clean for next time. And then it was time to fill up my water tank. It needed more water. Straight tap water is fine. Room temperature or cold, but don't worry about putting hot water in it. You just don't need to. It's not made to be used with hot water. So filling up the water tank is so simple, and placing it back into the machine. There's the dirty and there's the clean. Lid back on. One of the areas it's a whole lot of debris is my front entryway, because I have grass on my front lawn and the kids seem to drag it in. Between pets and kids, there's a lot of stuff that happens on my front entry. And I also have stairs on my front entry, which is a big drop. My Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni is not going to go down those stairs. Look at that technology of knowing when to retreat. Retreat from the danger zone. It does that great, and it'll do that not only for the top stair, but also that whole side where the balcony ends and you could just fall forward if you're only 3 inches tall. But it knows not to do that. It got all that grass up so fast. That's just amazing. Now, I want to show you something very special about this model. It has 4 different modes. There's vacuuming only, there's mopping only, and then there's the vacuum and mop combo. Once all the grass was picked up, I switched on the app to do the mop and vacuum combo. It will be mopping that hardwood floor, except those mopping pads. It retracts them into itself and hops up a very large lip of that carpet. I mean, that carpet's almost 1/2 inch. It jumps on top of that carpet, and then it starts to vacuum the carpet without any wet pads going over my clean, pretty grayish beige carpet. I sure wouldn't want it to bring the dirt from the hardwood surface that's wet onto my light colored carpet. It's too smart for that. It gets on my carpet and it vacuums, and it will get under my little ottoman. Now look underneath that ottoman. How much just junk is there? I mean, we got dust bunnies, we got little bits of that carpet. There's all that stuff. It's going underneath that ottoman, around those legs, and cleaning. That's amazing. I didn't have to pick up that ottoman or put it anywhere else for the mopping vacuum to work. It got up there and it vacuumed on that carpet and knew that it was just straight carpet to suck up stuff. And then it would gently go back down to the hardwood floor and do its job with those mopping pads coming out. I've got a very complicated household. I've got all kinds of things going on. Don't we all? And the Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni combo can do all the things for my household all in one. Check out how beautiful my living room works and how lovely that hardwood floor is now that it's been mopped. Having the Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni combo in one station makes it so if I've got a mess in my car, I can just grab the pieces I need and go clean up my car in a flash because everything was at that same vacuum station. My car was a wreck with everything from little bits of food crumbs to grass, stuff from the yard, and pet hair. So in some parts of the car, I use my mini power brush with that brush roller, and I use that for my carpets with the pet hair, and it just goes so fast. It was just like 10 seconds and that floor was clean and finished. Took it off, and then I put in the crevice tool. Now that's one of my favorite for a car. You press the button on and you can see how it's all spinning around as it sucks up everything up in the tank. So you always know if you need to empty the tank or not, but look at it going into the crevices. It really gets up everything. It's wonderful for detailing your car. It's a super fast acting vacuum, and the pressing of the on and off button is just really simple, and I like to see how full the tank was as I'm working my way through different parts of my car, and especially underneath the seats. That has always been so hard. I don't have to go to car washes anymore and have them do it. Let me show you how I dump it out. It's just a quick release and all that stuff just came right out. That's how fast it is and easy it is to clean. No bags needed. Great to be able to vacuum your car in a jiffy. When you order your Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni, it comes right to your door in this really great package. It's really attractive. Let me show you the front of the box, all sides of the box, and the back of the box shows all the features. The box is designed to get you started quickly. As you open the top of it, you can see a quick start guide just as you've opened the very top layer. They take a lot of time in packaging it, so nothing is going to get disturbed or broken during shipping. One of the first things you see is the instruction manual. Then after that, you see the vacuum unit all wrapped up well so it doesn't get scratched. And here are the parts, and they're in the styrofoam container that they provide. And I put all those pieces on my counter, all individually wrapped, and unwrap them and put everything back on my counter so you can see how attractive they were. And here's the handheld vacuum. These are all the pieces you get with that, all individual. Now here I am showing you how easy the connections go. This is a mini power brush, and it connected very easily. So I turned it on real quick, and we can see the roller brush running around. I'm putting my hands there. It's safe. It's not going to suck up my hand or hurt my finger, but I want you to know I feel that roller brush rolling around my fingers. And here again is the tank. This is where everything is going to go, and that is the release button right on the side. Now here's the vacuum. Here is the dustbin. This is it brand new, clean with a HEPA filter. This is where the debris goes inside. I take the filter off, and the sponge is the next layer, and you pull that apart, and there's even another fine layer. So you are sure you are not going to be exhausting any of that debris back into your house. It is sucking everything up through a filter. Now I'm going to put the dustbin right back in. It fits in snugly, easy just to snap back in. This is an internet button where it's going to hook up to your system. There's the Wi-Fi, and here's the navigation. Here's the LiDAR detection, that round knob. This is where it maps everything. There's some other control buttons. I put the lid back on. What a beautiful design. All that's tucked in between. And there's a true detect. That's for the obstacle avoidance. It can see the obstacles in front of it with that true detect patented research and developed feature. And here's the bumper. And the bumper knows if it hits something to move along, but it's not going to damage your walls, your furniture. And on the other side, I flip it over, and now you need to install the little brush on the side that's going to whisk everything into the brush roller, the vacuum part of it in the middle. I'm playing with the wheels here. You can see how far they go up and down. It can go over different thresholds or different heights of carpet, up to 3/4 of an inch. Now let's talk about the mopping pads. It's 2 mopping pads, and they're stuck on by Velcro, so you can take them off, and you can clean them under a sink or in the washing machine. And the front is a navigational wheel that spins around, so it can move it quickly around items. And here is that V-shaped brush. This is the one especially designed for anti-tangle with all those cutting edges underneath it that will cut the hair out so it doesn't get tangled on that brush. And it snaps right back into the housing really easy. And then here on the bottom, we see that the Ecovacs Deebot T30S combo has a Bluetooth technology. On the back, these magnetic rectangles are where it charges from. That's going to connect with the home base so it charges the robot disc. And here is how the handheld vacuum fits very snugly right in. And opening the bottom, that's the tray to put in the mini power brush, the flat brush, and the crevice tool. So you never lose any of those parts. They're all contained right there. And I'm putting in the disc right with the connections so we can start charging. The back connection is with a rubber part with 3 prongs that fit right there snugly in the back, and you can wrap that heavy-duty power cord right around the back so it can fit snugly against a wall, and it plugs in to any normal 120-volt household outlet with 3 prongs. On the back of the machine is the power on and off, and here's the entire Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni combo all together on my counter. So you can see it close up. It's a beautiful design. Every element from top to bottom has been designed well to look good in your house and to work efficiently. Setting up the app was easy on my phone. I just scanned the QR code, which is underneath the top plate of your disc. You scan that, and immediately you get to name your robot. The app was really easy to use. There weren't too many options to figure out, but the standard ones that I use all the time are there. There's a different modes you can choose from, which are vacuum only, mop only, or mop and vac. Water flow rate, how many times you want to clean. You can set to automatically clean a couple of times if you want to. Also the suction power and the speed. But what was most important about this was how simple it was to use. And for me, that counts. So if you just want to vacuum, it will certainly pick up everything like it did with my big mess. Or just vacuuming your car, it'll get everything up fast. And that tangle-free technology was absolutely amazing. And with the different floor types in my house, those hard floors need a good mopping. often. So with Ecovacs Deebot T30S Omni Combo, I'm able to get all those messes in my life. And I want to say about the Ecovacs Deebot T30S combo, I really love the combo. It's nice to have my vacuum center all in one place. I used to always lose my handheld vacuums before. Now it's just right with everything, and it's just fantastic suction power. I'm Rebecca Brand. Click the link below to get your Ecovacs Deebot T30S combo, or the one without the combo to save some money. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video, and let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is for the best in technology to make our lives easier. Buy things, appliances that clean so we don't have to. There's just more to life. See you next time. If you like this video, here's some more over there, including really great recipes for your family. Just click.